What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Leo coming to you guys with yet another video. Coming to you guys today with my Crown Jewel predictions. Crown Jewel is this Saturday, and I want to give you guys my predictions for the card and give you guys who do I think is going to win these matches and why I think they're probably going to win these matches, and then kind of talk about a little bit where I think these matches could lead to if they decide to continue these feuds and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to waste your time. Comment down below your predictions for Crown Jewel this Saturday as well. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. But let's get into it with the first match on the card for the United States Championship. It's a triple threat match with LA Knight defending against Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Now, I will say this feud between Carmelo and Andrade was good. They were producing great matches week after week in this best of seven series. But we can all agree that the best of seven series was good up until the end when we didn't really get a winner. It pretty much ended in like a DQ, I believe. And now it transpired into a triple threat for Crown Jewel, which I'm not mad at because I think all three guys are going to bring something very special to make this match special and everything like that. But I think at the same time, they've been kind of treating everybody like a heel in this feud. Like they've been giving them heel moments to where it's like you don't really know who's the real true babyface in this feud because we already know Carmelo is a heel, but they've been also treating Andrade as a heel too because of some of the stuff that he's been doing in his matches, and they also been treating LA Knight as a heel as well when he's supposed to be mega over, which he is, and getting some great crowd reactions week after week. But with that being said, who I think is going to win, I think LA Knight is going to retain. I think he's still fresh in his run, and I think there's still some more things that we have yet to dive into with him as your United States champion. And I think when it's all said and done, I think Carmelo is probably going to be the one to take the title off of him. Would I be upset if Carmelo won it here? No, because I think he has been doing really good since they brought him up from NXT to SmackDown. But I don't think his time is just yet. I think his time is very well coming, but the time is not right now. Andrade, I think we still need to see more from him as well with more feuds before we can kind of have the conversation about him becoming a champion. But he's been doing some great stuff as well, so I can't discredit him either. But I do think LA Knight will retain and still your United States champion. Up next, a feud that has been broiling over the last couple of weeks. We have Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens turned heel on Cody Rhodes. And it's crazy to think that he turned heel not on TV. He turned heel when the cameras were off, and he turned heel like, in the previous after Bad Blood. So, and Kevin Owens, he's kind of have like that Drew McIntyre-esque type character where his heel turn is justified because his motivation is like, I've been helping you this entire time. Why are you going to help the people that has been trying to take you out? Why are you trying to help the people that's been holding you down, trying to keep you from getting to where you are now, trying to keep you for so long from reaching your goal and becoming a champion? Why are you siding with them? And he feels slated by that, and he also feels slated by Randy Orton because he feels like Randy Orton is not taking his side. He's taking up for Cody, which makes him feel some type of way. So now you have these two go at it, which I think is a dream match because I think a lot of people, despite what Kevin Owens has been doing the last couple of years, we've all wanted to see him have that clash and a potential feud with Randy Orton. And we're finally going to get it. And I think the match is really going to be good. I really think that we need to see the old prize fighter Kevin Owens of old be used and have some type of, spot in this match. And I think possibly, I don't know how people feel about it, but why not have Kevin Owens, display a little hint, if you will, of his old character by using the pop-up power bomb. Maybe I think one or two things. He used the pop-up power bomb, or he used the pop-up power bomb on the outside side of the ring. And I think if he does that, that's really going to enhance his character even more because we know the history with Randy Orton and his back problems. So I think that's something I think a lot of people would be able to get into with this new heel character and everything like that. But my personal prediction, who's winning? I think Kevin Owens deserves to win. I think just turn the heel. He needs a win to establish this new hero character to be taken seriously. So I'm gonna say Kevin Owens wins this. On to the next match, Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed has been really looking very impressive. Who would have thought that Bronson Reed would be in the position that he is now? Now, I think a couple months ago he was doing some great stuff. He was having some great matches, but they haven't really given him a feud that I think a lot of the fans can buy into. Plug in Seth Rollins coming in, and he attacks Seth Rollins, putting him on the shelf. And then pretty much Seth Rollins goes on a rampage, putting up some great matches, destroying people left and right. And then last week, on this past week episode of Monday Night Raw, he and Seth Rollins were going at it. Bronson Reed was backstage. He told Seth Rollins, "I'm back here. Come find me." And they went to blows. Seth Rollins hit him with the curb stomp on the car. And then Bronson Reed picked him up, and I think he did like some type of I don't know, he did some type of move, and he went through the table with Seth Rollins. And I think the whole story between the at least for Seth Rollins, he's not really necessarily at 100%, and I think that is going to be a factor into this match as far as what the outcome could potentially be. But with that being said, who do I think is going to win? I think Bronson Reed wins. I think Bronson Reed beats Seth Rollins because I think they're going to continue this feud. Why not give Bronson Reed the first win, and then maybe you can have Seth Rollins win the next one, and then maybe you can do a stipulation for their final and kind of, because I think they plan to do another match between these two, maybe at Survivor Series, and then continue another potential match between the two at Saturday Night Main Event, which they're trying to make all of these shows big pay-per-view caliber matches, especially for Saturday Main Event. They're trying to make that a big pay-per-view caliber match, and if they want to do that, continue this feud because people are buying into the idea of this feud continuing. They're finally giving us a reason to buy in to Bronson Reed, so why not continue that momentum that he's been building over the last couple of weeks? Give him a big win, because now it elevates his character and it elevates him to potentially be seen as a potential main eventer when this feud does end. So why not do that? On to the next match that we're going to be talking about is for the Crown Jewel title. With the WWE for the men's side of things, we have Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. This match is really going to be good just because I think Cody Rhodes is, when he's given a great opponent, he can go. Gunther is the same thing. Gunther can make make $1,000,000 out of pretty much anything, and that's one thing you could say about him. The story, I think people already know the story between these two. Now there's another story that I don't think they have really dived into, but I think they could have. Gunther has been close to winning the past few Rumbles, right? But Cody Rhodes is always the one that gets the upper hand on Gunther and is the reason why Gunther has not won the Rumble just yet. Because Cody Rhodes always gets the upper hand, like I said. He always eliminates him, and then he goes on to win the Rumble. He did it in 2023, and he did it in 2024, I believe. So it's crazy to think that these two are facing each other for and the way I see it, this could have been saved for like a Survivor Series if they wanted to go back to like the champion versus champion, moniker, but they didn't want to. And I'm gonna just be honest. I know I haven't really given my full thoughts and opinions on these titles that they're using. They pretty much look like weight belts, right? They look like they're trying to mock the AEW World Championship, in my personal opinion, and with all these jewels and kind of somewhat that $1,000,000 title just because of the jewels and stuff like that. My thing is this: I think these titles did not need to be used. They didn't need to bring them in, because what's the point of bringing in titles if they're not going to be seen? They're not going to be on TV, and the whole thing is pretty much going to be is two of things that's going to happen. It's going to be just like the greatest Royal Rumble title that Braun Strowman held and won and never seen the light of day again. Never. Nobody made mention of it. Nobody's seen it. So I have a feeling that this is probably going to be the same thing. Or, however, I can also see them probably doing this, that every year when they do a Saudi show, these titles be defended. I could see something like that happening, but still, I don't really care for these titles, if we're being honest. I would prefer them to bring a women's mid-card title in, and I still am clamoring for them to do that. Hopefully they do listen to the fans on that one, because we do need a women's mid-card title, just because how stacked the main roster is from Raw and SmackDown. Maybe if you bring in a mid-card title, or maybe two. I don't know how two can work, but definitely one, and let it float between both shows. I could see that definitely being a factor. But I don't know. I think, we need more stuff. But who do I think is going to win this one? I think Cody is probably going to win. because I think Gunther. I would want to see Gunther win, but I think Cody's winning because I think Gunther is probably gonna get screwed over by Goldberg because I've been hearing the recent reports that Goldberg could interfere and cost Gunther the match, playing off what happened at Bad Blood when those two had an exchange and had a bit of heated words back with each other. So I could see him coming in and screwing over Gunther, setting up a potential match between the two down the line, which I don't really want to see. If we're being honest, I'm not really buying into the idea unless it's a straight up squash match and pretty much Gunther just squashes him. And I guess, but still, I prefer them just to keep Gunther doing something else more and have someone else face him for the title and everything like that. Maybe him and Punk go at it at Survivor Series and stuff like that. But that's neither here or there. But like I said, Cody Rhodes to win and your new WWE Crown Jewel champion. On to the next match. It's the women's Crown Jewel championship match. We have Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan. Now this one is probably going to be one of the hardest to predict on the card because there's different factors that can play into the outcome of this match. You have Tiffany Stratton, who is Miss Money in the Bank and can potentially cash into this match. You have Rhea Ripley, who got taken out on um on NXT because she was there. She was talking to Delta and everything like that, and the different women because there's gonna be a 10-woman tag next week on NXT 2300. So she got taken out and got bloodied by Raquel and Liv Morgan. Um, and you also got to worry about Raquel possibly being in this match as well. She could probably pay dividend. Then you still have the rest of the Judgment Day. You have Naomi potentially could probably pay dividend. You still have Bailey potentially. So there's different parts that can potentially play in the outcome of this match. I think if you have I think this is how I see it. If you're gonna have a SmackDown person win it, then I think a Raw person should win it. Now I said I picked Cody to win on the SmackDown side. I think Liv Morgan is going to take it. Now the reason I say that because one, I think Nia Jax, she already had her big crying moment in Saudi Arabia. I know it because if you think about it, if she wins, she would have won the Queen of the Ring and won the Crown Jewel Championship. Now, these two have been the most improved women of this entire year, the best women of this entire year to watch, in my personal opinion. If you look at both of these women, they have been the best. I know people are gonna probably say, "What about Rhea Ripley? What about Becky? What about Charlotte?" Charlotte hasn't been here. Becky, she hasn't been here for a while, and Rhea, yeah, she's been doing some great stuff, but I'm just gonna be honest, they've been kind of shoving her down everybody's throats, and I really don't care about that, just because they've been booking her to seem like she's invisible to everybody, and I don't. And I don't mind the character, but I don't think it really needs to be like that for her. She could still take some losses and still benefit in the long run. I'm just gonna put that out there. So I do think the match is gonna be good because you have this Dave versus Elias storyline. I do think Nia Jax, despite her being the heel, is probably gonna play the babyface in this match, at least for this feud specifically. I could see Tiffany Stratton potentially trying to help Nia, but I think it could backfire, allowing Liv Morgan to pick up the win. And this will add more to her character and make her even seem like a even bigger star because and everything like that. Because this has been really her year, in all honesty. And not to say that it hasn't been for Nia, because I already said it's been her year, but I think Liv Morgan kind of needs a little bit more. She needs a little bit more because she hasn't really because she didn't win at Bash in Berlin, and then she lost at Bad Blood via DQ. So she needs a win, considering that she hasn't really been able to win over the last couple of pay-per-views. Now, what happened with Nia Jax? She's been winning. She won at the last pay-per-view when she had that match. So why not give Liv Morgan the win here? So you're winner of this match, and your new WWE Women's Crown Jewel Champion, Liv Morgan. On to another match that hasn't really been confirmed just yet, but I think will get confirmed on SmackDown this week, and that is Roman Reigns and the Usos versus the Bloodline. Um, I'm glad to kind of see the Usos back, but I think they kind of rushed it a bit. I think we should have seen more from this, more from Jay and his reasoning for potentially going back with Jimmy and then Roman. Maybe we'll get some explanation on that on SmackDown. Um, and then we seen Sami Zayn get approached by the black the Timu bloodline, like as I like to call them, or the Weekday. with Solo. He approached him on Monday, and Jimmy told Jay, I told you it's just about family. Then Jay said, yeet and everything like that. I could see a situation where maybe Sammy does come in. I could see Sammy coming in and maybe joining them at this pay per view. I could see it. It's a possibility. It's not a huge possibility, but there is a small possibility nonetheless. But who I think is going to win this match? I think I think Solo and the Tongans, are depending on whoever's in the match, but I think it's going to probably be Solo and then Tama and Tonga probably being part of this 6 man. And I think they win it just because I think you need to give them a win, because I think they're probably going to lose at Survivor Series and stuff like that. So why not give them a big win here, considering that they did win at Bad Blood, which I thought they were going to lose. I thought, Roman and Cody were going to lose to Solo and Jacob, but that wasn't the case, and they ended up giving it to Cody and Roman for The Rock to show up and stuff like that. So I think, why not give them their win, and then maybe you could have the OG bloodline win at Survivor Series. That's how I see this playing out. But comment down below, let me know your predictions for Crown Jewel this Saturday. Who you guys have winning these matches, and why? I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Road to 350 subscribers, but the ultimate goal is 10K. When I do hit 10K, I will do a giveaway with one of my lucky subscribers who have the opportunity to win a WWE Championship from WWE Shop. So if you want to be a part of that and be the potential subscriber that does win that, subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely for free. You always can change your mind in the future. But why do you want to do it? I'm trying to give you guys daily wrestling content. The grind does not stop. Super kick that like button, helps my channel get pushed across the platform so more people can see what I'm doing here on YouTube. Superman punch that post notification and bell so every time I post a new video, which is a reaction video, live stream, predictions video, any type of video, you can be in the loop of things when I do drop a video. And spirit the subscribe button takes 3 seconds out of your day to do those 3 things for me. Helps in the progression of my channel as well. But with that being said, hope everybody has a great day, a great week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.